Herzlich willkommen, liebe Zuschauer und
A warm welcome, dear viewers. Welcome to your favorite format, ladies and gentlemen, Pop Up My Bathroom. Today, this is the fifth part of our series. We have been talking about the green bathroom, the smart digital bathroom, and today we are going to talk about the living bathroom, the bathroom as a living room, so to speak. Maybe you will finally turn your bathroom into a second living room. So what is it that can be done here? You can use materials, fabrics, colors, furniture items, and this is what we are going to look at in our last Pop-Up My Bathroom show. It is the Living Bathroom Show. And it is the last show this week, but remember, if you feel to go back to this or any other shows later on, feel free to do so on the website up until the 30th of April. Today, we will get some input from a lady who is very knowledgeable about colors, and it's my pleasure now to introduce to you living bathroom, individual, comfortable, and cozy bathroom ideas. To begin with, we will give you a brief overview of what is possible. Let us take our camera and go to see what can be done in the bathroom. Jens Wischmann, the initiator of the Pop-Up My Bathroom concept and the shows, he is going to show you around, as will be Frank Reinhardt, a design journalist and trend researcher. Well, Jens Wischmann, as you all know, is the managing director of the German Bathroom Sector Association. Enjoy the show. Well, the second trend, living bathroom, starts in a very unconventional setting. You may ask yourself, what has this to do with living? Well, quite a lot, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about inside and outside, behind the walls and in front of the walls. And if we didn't have this technology and equipment behind the scenes, there would be no living bathroom at all. For modern bathroom architecture, installations behind the wall are key. Our modern technologies enable us to have great degrees of freedom in installation. We are no longer as firmly tied to the connection situation that we find there. We have mirrors that can be retracted into the wall. We have recesses. We have modern-day installation technology that makes life easier for the installer. Water and electricity supply for amenities and appliances that may be installed in the future. So the tool of modern-day installation technology behind the wall is key to what happens on the other side of the wall. And now let's move on to the other side of the wall, where we will find the living bathroom.
Und schon sind wir vor der Wand.
So here we are in front of the wall, and now we see what the user of the bathroom sees, a clearly structured surface, a clear layout, thanks to the installation behind the wall. Here we have the mirror cabinet, and as you know, mirror cabinets tend to take up a lot of space, but here you can actually put things inside the wall, and you can precisely arrange the individual components, which is really important for clear-cut design. You know it's not so easy to do, to have these horizontal and vertical lines here, and modern-day installation technology enables you to attain high precision levels. We can suspend, we can hang items on the wall, I can reinforce them for wheelchair accessibility, I can arrange things in the shower. I have a wealth of possibilities, and we want to make the bathroom a living bathroom. In the past, we have seen that the bathroom is being enhanced in terms of lifestyle, in terms of interior furniture. Look at these colors, the green bathroom, an interior color that is really up and coming. And then we don't want to have gaudy colors as we used to have in the 70s. It's about subdued colors. Matte black and beige are colors that are very trendy. And the basic colors are to be harmonized. And we have novel bathroom furniture items like these very lightweight items. Wood stands for sustainability, and this wicker type surface is like the tonneau chair, if you remember that. So that's really a beautiful design that has been taken up for the bathroom again. And here we have shapes very gentle to the hand, soft and flowing. This is a perfect stage. And talking about stage, lamps and lighting are key to creating an atmosphere and a sense of ambient living. So it's not just the necessary light that you need in order to put your makeup on the right way. Instead, it's for creating an atmosphere. So we have a stark contrast between what's behind the walls and in front of the walls. A modern lifestyle bathroom is based on sound installation, and this is what we mean by inside, outside. Thank you.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, jetzt können Sie sich
Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and relax. We are nearing the end of the ISH, and now it's getting real cozy. We are in the bathroom here, a living bathroom. Let's cast some light on this trend. I have several guests here. First, Miss Andrea Wirges-Klein. She is an architect of buildings as well as bathrooms, and she says sanitary products are an instrument in your orchestra, and she is going to show us what she means by orchestra. Dennis Jäger is the editor-in-chief of our industry magazine, SBZ, where many projects of VDS are being presented, and you have actually accompanied pop-up as well. And Frank Reinhardt, last but not least, he is the initiator of Pop-Up My Bathroom. He is the curator of our trend exhibition. He's a design and trend journalist, and I'm so glad to have you on board, Frank, staying with us throughout the time, plus before and after the show. Now, talking about living bathroom, I have Torsten Müller, and I asked him as a trend researcher what his view is on a living bathroom that you feel comfortable and well in. This is his answer. Hello, my name is Torsten Müller. I come from Design by Torsten Müller. My world of working is high-end design, among others, bathroom architecture. You may know me from previous Pop-Up My Bathroom events, and I am to be seen on television often as well. A bathroom is made up of various components that are supposed to support the individualization of human beings. It's the human being that should always be at the center of attention. Why is that? Our times are too fast and too demanding, and that's why we need to revitalize and relax. And this means that we have to consider symmetrical axes. We have to have the right lighting, golden and matte hues, natural stone, filling our bathtub in a relaxing way. It is about more than having smart technology. It's about reaching out to the five senses of the human being. Think of fragrances to be provided while taking a shower. It's about what we feel. Feeling is a key component, and that's why I call the bathroom a room to appeal to the senses. Okay, and I asked Torsten what holistic bathroom planning means to him, and he said, holistic bathroom planning means that we need to appeal to all the five senses. The bathroom must be functional. Light should be adjustable to the individual's needs, so your bathroom rituals can be performed in a way that to do him or her good. It should not be predefined by us just because we can do it. Symmetry axis, putting the niche in the right proportionate ratio in the shower, that's something that you could take for granted. You should actually come up with a mind map together with your customer. You should decide on the materials together. They might prefer rough or smooth materials, gold or copper or black matte. What is it that really inspires your client's senses? Because we want to give him a room to appeal to his senses. That's what matters. Only for the client himself will this bathroom be an individual solution touching all his senses, because everyone has grown up in a different way. Everyone has been socialized individually. So the room for your senses is something different for each and every individual. Thank you so much. Torsten Müller has given us the key words. The human being has to be at the center. Your bathroom should be central and convey emotions. And in our first report, we would like to turn to Christian Watzak, the managing director of Hoffmann and Watzak Architekten. Christian is an interior designer, and for him, human beings have to be at the center, and that's what I've heard him say and read on his website. And he is now going to present us with his project, The Revolving Change. Thank you, Mr. Watzak, for being with us. Thank you very much. My name is Christian Watzak, and I'm going to take you on a tour on architecture in the bathroom. Interior design is key to creating a living bathroom. We need to have the right room layout, the right situation. The bathroom is getting more and more living room-like, and the bathroom takes up too little space in buildings. And there is an increasing trend of becoming more living room-like, becoming more cozy-like, and that means we require additional space. Now the question is, where do we get that additional space from? This is a project that we have drafted together with a client who has been living in their home for many years, and they want to enhance their quality of living, simulated actually by the lockdown in the Corona period. And as Mr. Wishman said, I called my project The Revolving Change for the bathroom. What do I mean by revolving change? Normally, the assignment of rooms is as follows. This is the standard solution. You have a suite of rooms, the bedroom, the bathroom, the dressing room, maybe a room for guests. And if you look at the allocation of functions to the rooms, the bathroom always seems to be the smallest room. And this is the way it has been designed for a long time. But if we look into the future, if we want to have the human being at the center of attention, we should actually increase the size of the bathroom. And this is why we suggest a revolving change. Consider and reconsider your perceptions of what room should be allocated, what functionality. Do you really need all that much space in the room for guests, which is not even used most of the time? Why don't we go beyond our standard allocation of living space? Now, if we take a closer look, we will see that now the bathroom has been assigned more space. The bedroom is a little smaller, and the peripheral rooms are even smaller than that. Now, how can we adjust to this new concept? The bedroom and the room for the guests have sufficient space still, and the bathroom is extremely generous and spacious now. You can actually install a sauna corner, and you can really use the bathroom as a room to live in. It is a place to lounge in, a day bed, a footstool, a large sauna, a luxury shower, and it really turns into a living bathroom. It's no longer a separation between living and the bathroom. Instead, these two parts are merged. And these two concepts have to be implemented completely design-wise. What do? Well, we consistently pursue our ideas and we put them into execution and implementation in order to have an end-to-end concept. And here we have visualized some impressions. You can see how we have a living room adjacent to the sauna with a kind of lounger with cushions to create a living room-like atmosphere to really invite people to stay around here for a while. We have reclining seats. We have lighting, which makes the ambient scenario quite inviting and comfortable, shedding the right light on the surfaces. And we see how we have made the functional washing places more attractive.
Now we have bigger areas for storage. They are closed. Everything looks orderly. And a lot is integrated in the sauna. Here we have the wash stand again. So you have storage spaces, and maybe you can add a little chair or something. And here we have everything in a niche. The toilet is in a little niche, so it's not that visible. And this is the living room kind of ambience that we get here. And I believe that this ambience also is characteristic of the individuality of people, the wish to feel well, and to be able to spend time in the bathroom. And these bathrooms that we're creating today should better adapt to what people are into. Often we're dealing with the new buildings where the bathroom is almost taken out of the drawer from the 60s and 70s, 6 square meters, that is. And when you deal with these rooms in a more sophisticated way, when you combine sleeping and bathing and relaxing, you can do more. And it's not about having or creating more space, but sharing out the space differently. Some people have said, my client said, we've been living in this house for 30 years. Now we feel like we've arrived in our house. This is the best praise you can get from an architect if you do everything correctly, if you analyze the spaces correctly, and if you can actually integrate the quality of living into these rooms. Well, you just, spoke from my heart. And these key elements must be emphasized. You have to listen to the customer. With many new buildings, you see bathrooms where you ask yourself, well, is this all? Well, thank you for your contribution. And now I'd like to move on to another contribution that is worth your while. Andrea Wirges-Klein. Andrea, you were meeting such a challenge. You were not able to change a room, but you had to look at what you could do with a given room. We look forward to your presentation.
Ja, wir haben, oder ich habe ein Beispiel für eine moderne Badgestaltung.
Well, I have an example of a modern bathroom design for you. And this is a bathroom with only 6 square meters, and it's in an old German building, and the bathroom could not be made bigger because this was a protected monument. It was a challenge because there were no windows. What did we do? We worked with furniture, fabrics, heat, materials, In order to
Wohlfühlbad zu schaffen.
turn this into a
Das hier ist
bathroom where you feel well, this is the original bathroom that we found.
seine zweite Renovierung mal in den
So
90ern.
it was renovated in the 1980s, the second time. You have these typical Bahama beige sanitary components, white tiles, dark
Im Grunde genommen
joints.
Elemente,
These are individual small elements that don't form a whole. And when you go into this room, when you enter this room, you don't feel well.
das ist das, was wir da
And this is what we turned this into. So you enter this room
ein fließendes Gefühl.
and you have this kind of flowing feeling, the furniture that penetrates from the vanity to the shower has sort of function. You can sit on it. It has you have storage room. We used big tiles. It looks as if you have a bigger room. The shower is separated by a glass door. We have worked with bright colors, sand colors. Here you can see in one direction and the other direction, the direction of the washstand or the shower. There's an extra towel rack, so you don't have to leave the shower. So we try to put all of the functions into the bathroom in a compact way. We wanted to have materials that are easy to take care of. Here we have a wash basin without any joints that would make it difficult to clean. And the tapware in matte black. A very simple operation is on the wash basin so that you don't have to approximate your wet hand to the mirror, and storage with an integrated mains outlet for the hairdryer where you can charge your mobile phone. And this bench that continues can be something where you put things, or where you store things, and it's all hidden. It's underlined by the lighting, which is underneath, and everything seems to float. This is a nice detail. A new product, a towel rack, which also is like, works like a little, or doubles for a little, as a little shelf. The toilet is separated by a room separation that is hip, that is waist high, and it has other functions because you can store things there. And there is a toilet roll holder and a pneumatic activation for the toilet. It's not the classic activation like in the past, which would be behind the toilet. Here we have the shower, a large tile, and the storage behind the toilet is such that the a wardrobe reaches into the ceiling. It's painted. It has a leafy structure, so this has a very nice character. And in the room, there's a sound system, waterproof. You can take it out. And the loudspeakers are up here in the lowered ceiling. And here you can see that we've played around with the materials. This is a vinyl carpet, vinyl wallpaper. This is water resistant, and because of its texture, it makes you feel well. Lighting was all important for us, and lighting ambience. We have LED strips in the lowered ceiling. We have downlights suspended from the ceiling for additional lighting, and these are drop-like lamps, which we know from living rooms, and they create an ambient solution or lighting, and this creates very special ambience in the room. I'd like to finish with a quote which I read in a magazine called Ade. Only what is important for the room should draw your attention.
Ja, herzlichen Dank.
Otherwise, it's just optical noise.
Diese aufwendigen Bäder sieht,
Okay, Andrea, when you see these sophisticated bathrooms, I guess planning took a long time. That's true. The advantage was that we know the clients and we know their needs, or we knew their needs, and we were able to implement their needs. So because of the size of the bathroom, it was a major challenge, and we had to do a lot of detail work. So you couldn't do you couldn't do an exchange, even though the rooms, you could do bartering. But when we look at the furniture and what you did with the room, large format tiles, and there's a soft transition. You have to be universal genius. I was just thinking about the trades that you would need, drywalling, lighting, tiler, and sanitary heating and air conditioning. What do you think? How can you do this? Well, it's fantastic what these three bath planners did. And this goes to show that this universal genius, the universal bath planner, is like Leonardo da Vinci. He knows about materials, paints, colors, technology, and he needs to be able to really understand the customers and, communicate with them. And this is something that we must learn in sanitary heating and air conditioning. Otherwise, you can only buy a bathroom off the shelf. Does it have to be one person? We have worked together in the Bath Academy. Now, everybody has their specific set of abilities. But how about cooperating with architects? Are there different possibilities of doing this depending on the requirements in a bathroom? Now, if you have this kind of tunnel vision today, and if you don't try to work with others, you will hurt your customers. We have to work together. The trades have to dovetail a network, and that includes the architect too, of course. Well, you were the curator of a living bathroom. What belongs to a bathroom that is like a living room? Do you need to spend a lot of money, like a carpet? I mean, in Britain, for instance, they always have a carpet in the bathroom. They are more relaxed about hygiene. Yeah, that will be a starting point if you put some furniture inside. I imagine that a chair, a bench, or some kind of seat or a carpet, this week we're talking about hygiene. You'll have to, make sure that it's hygienic enough. But there are many aspects. And for the past 12 years, we've been talking about this. And a bathroom that is like a living space consists of many things, like lighting, personal needs. A bathroom planner should not just be a designer, but he also needs to be a bit of a psychologist. He has to understand the daily routines of the clients, of the bathroom users. And at the beginning of the consulting process, he has to ask very intimate questions like concerning hygiene or, what is your routine in terms of washing yourself? And I think this is rather complex, and including these great bathrooms that we have seen. This requires a lot of time that you need to invest in this plan. Now, we want our magazine to not just inform the consumers, but also the industry. Andreas, what would you have wished for from the trades, from the tradesmen, where you think that in this or that place the industry will have to do a little more, Andrea? You have to be a little more flexible. Sometimes it's prefabricated things that don't seem convenient, but increasingly we feel that you can work well with craftsmen. You can find solutions, or this towel rack, for instance, that didn't exist. But the idea to say, okay, I'll solve this question in a different way. how do I put it on the wall instead of having the classic element on the side that breaks down all the time. And this is very stylish, and we can go more in this direction where things are functional, but they look beautiful at the same time. Yeah, this is a design task for you to promote this exchange. Sometimes there's a lack of knowledge transfer. Yes, absolutely, you're right. When a product is developed with many great objects in front of the wall, they are all based on a story and a history. And this history, the bathroom planner needs to tell this story to the client, and then it becomes convincing. Unfortunately, we have this three-stage sales, from manufacturer to wholesaler to customer, and things get lost along the way. We have to make sure that the story reaches the customer. Yes, but there should be many stories. This week we have told the audience many stories about sustainability, for instance. You can initiate a sustainable bath planning process, and this is something that you can spend 3 hours on. You can tell your customers what you understand by sustainability, and maybe then the bathroom will be seen in the context of architecture, and maybe you will talk about something else, like the bathroom should point to the east because it makes the user get a better feeling. There are many topics. Sustainability, smart bathroom. Today we're talking about the living bathroom, but I think the living bathroom is like a red thread that will pervade the topic. Depending on your consensus, the bathroom will become more like a living space, and we will want to spend more time in the bathroom. Let me put this in a very emotional way. The bathroom must be a room where I like to be and where I don't just brush my teeth and go to the bathroom, go to the toilet.
But then we have seen such great bathroom designs. Now people might say, well, there are so many interior architects out there, they are creative, but is it affordable? Of course we want to have an elevated level, but can you provide an affordable alternative? An alternative at cost that consumers are willing to accept? I think so, yes, because you can reduce your concept to, say, an advisory session. Start off with the first step. Sometimes homeowners don't even know what they want. So you should question them and you should show them an option, a path, and all of a sudden they are on a different track. And if they can't afford to hire an interior designer or a bathroom designer, they can discuss with their craftspeople in a confident and qualified way. So I hope that the Pop-Up My Bathroom format actually helps by encouraging the industry to pick up on these trends, not just with a view to high-tech bathrooms or hotel bathrooms. Instead, we want these to spill over to the single-family home bathrooms or standard residential bathrooms. They don't have to be luxury bathrooms. Maybe they are rather a common standard. But there is another topic that I would like us to cover. We have invited an expert to tell us about color. Those of you who have attended Pop-Up My Bathroom previously have seen the color selection, very colorful, including bright colors, because I think they are part of the game as well. Trend colors, fashionable colors, and subdued colors, they are all covered by Ms. Hildegard Jäger. She is with us in the studio today, and early on she told us about colors at Pop Up My Bathroom, and when I asked her how I should announce her, what else has she done, she said, "I've done nothing but color." And I thought this was a strong statement. So we are looking forward to what she has to say on color in the bathroom. Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to speak to you. My color, indeed, is what is there beyond the color of the year. Marketing is what determines the color of the year, but there are so many different approaches to the color of the year. You can take a creative approach, a systematic approach, or you can take both of these approaches together. Creative and intuitive on the one hand, and a rational, reasonable approach on the other. You can hardly talk about color trends without looking at what's going on at present, because what's going on at present has an influence on our mood, and our mood influences our color preferences. Color preferences, in turn, lead to trends.
Auf die oberen Bilder eingehen.
I am not going to talk all that much about the pictures at the top in detail, but the pictures below inspire us with hope. They inspire us with the hope of being able to travel one day. The airport in Berlin is wide and it is beautifully furnitured with nut wood. And what we could see from America also seems very optimistic. During the office ceremony, Amanda Gorman was particularly impressive. During the inauguration, the colors you see here were so impressive beyond what she said. Actually, she was so impressive. And the light blue that you see here is a trend color of the year 2021. Wild blue yonder.
Blau steht für Tiefe, für Weite.
Blue represents depth, width, water.
Blue I am.
And that's the type of blue I am.
Blau steht für Wasser. Und das Wasser,
Blue represents water. AI Aqua
als Farbe des Jahres gewählt. Das ist
is something that another company selected as the color of the year. World Global Style Network, a trend agency based in London. They have been around for 20 years, which is quite a long time in this industry. And they said, yes, this blue and turquoise is associated with artificial intelligence and other technological aspects. And on the other hand, it's associated with the natural force of water. And very little of that can be seen in most showrooms. Black has been at the center of attention in both kitchens and bathrooms for quite a while, but it seems to be a marketing idea rather than anything else. I don't have the idea or the feeling that it really creates a lot of sales volume. Marketing people say it is so important what happens between black and anthracite. But if I then ask the people responsible for sales about how many black bathrooms they sell, it's typically 2 or 3 out of 100, no more than that. You can use colors to create emotions and to create an atmosphere. Look at this dusty pink and sepia mixture, or if you take the envelope of the room, of course you have to be courageous, but it doesn't have to be kindergarten style. Tiles are not the only ones around. There are so many other materials present in the bathroom, but tile manufacturers have been extremely innovative. New formats and even the joints are filled with colors nowadays. An Italian bathroom manufacturer has this palette of gaudy, bright colors in their portfolio. It is very light and transparent. and the candy-like colors at the top are particularly blue in the interplay with the black and white marble bases. And what you see below, well, the gray color sells more intensely and in larger volumes than the gaudy colors. These stand-up, standalone washstands look like ice cubes, and the permanent dripping of the water seems to deepen the cave of the actual wash basin. The color contrast is brought about by the changing thickness of material layers. You have a consistent tinting or coloring of the material, and the lighting is white. I thought that was quite impressive. What we saw so far is more intended for public places, and these items are more suitable for private bathrooms. Blue as in heaven, green as in an olive tree, and grand cru in front, which alludes to champagne grapes. I really like this, and it is suitable for personal bathrooms. The next company has quite a different approach. The Ipalis wash basin, with its matte surface finish, really looks like a beauty artist's wash basin. It is delicate yet robust, and the eucalyptus color with brushed gold was something I really liked. And the entire palette is really great. It reminds me of makeup in the bathroom, of beauty and styling. And we have 10 colors in total. Black and white are not shown here, so you have these tender pastel colors as the basic colors, and you have pomegranate as an eye-catcher. If I were to choose the king of colors in the sanitary industry, it would be better. They have more than 400 or even 500 colors, a huge range of colors, and it means a lot of an effort to just prepare the colors and the formulae. They could actually provide a colorful wash basin to each and every household. This palette comprises colors that have stayed since the 70s and 80s. Others have developed more recently. And in the lower half, you see the fine shades between white and black. Sand colors, rock colors, very tender nuances, and they have a color fan that enables you to select what colors are to determine a certain surface and what should be the surrounding colors. And you can really adjust the tiles of the shower to the surrounding colors. I have a cooperation with a Dutch tile manufacturer, and our project was about what you can do with colors. You can make the bathroom seem more spacious, more hygienic, more spa-like. And this works well in Holland, in the Benelux countries, in England, in Sweden, but it doesn't work well with us. We tend to be more conservative here. Quite often, you have to decide about whether you want to go for the hygienic side or whether you want to apply more color in order to give more coziness to the bathroom. And this has to do with the cold and warm distribution of colors in the color circle. Powder pink and eucalyptus is something we know from the living areas, and these are large format tiles, 120 square, that would be great in a bathroom too, but we don't have to go to as exotic lengths as these. We could take more familiar colors such as gray and putty to create intelligent surfaces and link them up with great taps and fittings, matte black like Madison from Dornbracht, or they are very impressive against the red marble, or look at shining gold and white marble or petrol-colored marble. Here we really have a luxury impression. I thought this was a very impressive installation by Dornbracht with Neri and Hu, a Chinese design office that we know from the Cologne Furniture Fair. And this installation reminded me of Le Corbusier's Church of Grande Champ or the Parliamentary Assembly Hall of Chandigarh. It's very strong in colors, and the colors are made accessible by ceramics manufacturers. Le Couleur Suisse is the licensing company, and there are different companies that make these colors accessible to all of us, and they have proven their worth for decades. Great colors in great formats, either fishbone or vertical or horizontal. You can design your bathroom in a highly individualized fashion here. Color is much more than just the color of the year. We have yellow again as the color of the year by Pantone, and it seems to be an outlier because if you look at 10 other companies, you are confronted with other choices. It's not so much about what the absolute color for a year is. Instead, it's all about creating something beautiful of the color you have chosen as your color of the year. And that's what I would like us to do in the future. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kalthe. You are really encouraging me. The only color that I have associated with this year so far is this terrible color, and I don't think it would be bad in the bathroom, but then it looks so sterile and overly hygienic, so I am looking forward to finding more colors in our bathrooms. But can we learn about color too? I mean, you have dealt intensely with the effect of colors, with how to compose a color fan, etc. Yes, I can only encourage bathroom designers to do just that. Whether they are craftspeople or architects, you can learn about colors. It doesn't have to be an experiment. Instead, it should be just the right bathroom and just the right color composition, so you should actually study it in advance. You offer trainings, don't you? Yes, I offer trainings for the kitchen industry, bathroom planners, furniture companies, etc. Everyone who wants to learn about color, please feel free to turn to me. Dear viewers, dear listeners, thank you very much. And if you want to pick up on these topics, furniture for the bathroom, trends in the bathroom, supporting all of these with color, as has been said at the beginning, this is about sensuality in the bathroom, and our designers have said how important it is to really have the bathroom fit in with the customer's individual needs. It's not an off-the-shelf bathroom, and if you can use all these trends and can play around with colors, this is a really emotional bathroom.
I'd like to thank our guests, first of all. Andrea, thank you for your bathroom planning, and thank you for the information that can be found on Pop Up My Bathroom, where you can also see the lectures. And Dennis, thank you. I hope I find a lot of what we discussed in your next issue. And the two of you can really say that we really spread the message. And like the topic of colors, I hope you've learned a lot of this trend form. It was a lot of fun. This was a first for us. And I hope I'll see you again in 2 years from now or even earlier. Thank you to Messe Frankfurt for supporting the trend forum. Thank you to the technical staff. It's fascinating how this has worked. So this will give us some impetus in view of the current colors that we're dealing with, that you can dream of more color in the future. Thank you for being with us, for watching, and all the best to you.